Okay, let's get this party started.
Hi, Busi.
Hi, Kata. Welcome to the live session. Hi, Valerie, and hello to everybody out there who is watching this right now. My name is Busi, and I am from the marketing team at the Job Duck. And today we are here to talk to you about the 90-second video, which is part of the application process. But first, I just want to tell you a little bit of about Job Duck. As you might know, we help incredible people find amazing jobs, and they work from home for businesses based in the United States. That having been said, I'm going to tell you a bit about the purpose of the introduction video. And the introduction video gives recruiters a chance to see you as a living person, as opposed to just seeing you as a piece of paper on a resume. And because of that, they get to know you a little bit better. So at JobDuck, we ask our candidates for a 90-second video in which they explain why they are incredible. Just to let you know, we will be taking a few of your questions at the end of the live session. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the comments, and then we will get to them at the end of this. Right now, I would like to introduce to you two ladies from my team. The first up, we have Valery from Mexico, and she's gonna. How are you, Valery?
Fine, and you?
I'm okay. So yes, tell us about this 90-second video.
Sure. Well, like Busi said, it's super important, and at JobDoc we ask for it because it helps us get to know you a little bit better. And during this live session, we're going to be talking about our personal experiences because just like you, we were candidates once, or we were thinking about becoming candidates once. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to start with Catalina. She's going to tell us how to make a video memorable.
Hi, guys. Thank you for inviting me today. So today I'm going to share with you one of the 4 different tips to make a video memorable. How to make a video memorable. Remember that the recruiters always get hundreds of documents of resumes and videos. So you need to stand out from the rest of the people. Of course, to do this, you need to ask yourself, what makes your video stand out? And after answering this question, you need to showcase your qualities, your talents, and smile, and of course, show your professionalism. A great idea for this is to have a small script or a guide to describe what you want to say in the video, what you are going to do in the video, and remember not to read the script. Just say it naturally while you're recording and everything will be just perfect.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. And can you tell me, or can you tell everybody out there, how you applied all of this to your own video?
Of course, of course. Well, personally, I wrote a small script where I shared to the people that watched my video my personal information. I shared my experience, my profession, my education, the results that I obtained in my previous jobs, and everything was very punctual, was very precise, to avoid giving irrelevant information to the recruiter, and of course giving the information that the company asked me for.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling us about your video, and thank you for that. Well, actually, I think it's probably one of the most important things to remember is to make your video memorable. You want them to notice you. So please take everything that Kata has said, keep it in mind, and see how you can work it out with your video. We are going to have. Thank you so much, Kata from Colombia.
Thank you for inviting me today to this session.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Kata. That was very cool.
And then up next, we are going to be joined by Alina. If we can just find her.
Okay, but meanwhile, I would like to talk about good quality in your video. So
Okay.
you must know this, but video and audio are extremely important because if they are poor or bad quality, that will make your video not very appealing and not memorable, and it will affect all of the other aspects that we're going to be talking today. So for the video, take into consideration aspects like the background, like the lighting, and if you want to make it hi Alina. If you want to make it a full shot or if you want to make it just your face, you have to think about it. For the audio, you can record it all together with the same device. Or if you're doing it outdoors and you don't want to be screaming or to have a poor audio quality, you can record it again afterwards.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell us a bit about how you did this with your own video? What was your video like?
Sure. My video, I worked very hard for my video because I was very excited to get this job. So I decided to record it in a garden, and the background was extremely amazing, and you could see like all the way to the middle of my body. But the audio was terrible because it was scary and you could barely hear me. So I just didn't want to record it again because I loved the background so much that I just recorded it again and I just pasted it and removed the other audio.
Okay. Okay. Well, it must have worked out well because here you are telling everybody else how to do it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that piece of advice, everybody. I hope you are listening. Up next, we have Alina. Oops. Alina, who is also from Mexico. And she's gonna talk to us about how to make a dynamic introduction video.
Okay, so thanks Busi, thanks Valery, and thank you everyone for joining. So yes, as a third tip for the introduction video, we want to ask you to make it dynamic. By this we mean that you should add maybe some animations, images, sounds, music, something that would make the video enjoyable.
Okay, so how did you apply all of this to your video?
Okay, so I remember then on my personal experience, I added images that just popped up during what I was saying during my speech, talking about my. So yeah, it was just complementing what I was saying. Remember that you should not make the video about what you're adding. You still need to keep on the focus on what you're saying, but you can complement it with some videos without sound or some cool animations, maybe highlighting some important text that you want to like emphasize on your speech, maybe adding some images. That's what I did, and it was great. I think it was a completely added value to my introduction video. I even got like this positive feedback during my last interview before I got hired officially about it. They actually mentioned that they really liked about my video the images that just popped up and that it was dynamic and that it was fun to watch and it was enjoyable. So yeah, I think you should keep an eye on that. I think it completely adds value to your introduction video. It could make the difference, but also remember to not cross the line on having a lot of that. You know, sometimes less is more, and remember that you need to make it attractive but not distracting.
Okay, attractive but not distracting. So basically saying, make the video attractive, but remember to tell them why you're incredible at the same time. Don't distract too much from the main points.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Alina. Everybody, I hope you're listening. I'm going to say it again. Thank you for joining our live session. And next, I'd like to welcome Joe, who is also from Mexico. And he is going to talk about, tell us what you're going to talk about, Joe.
Yeah, sure. So hi everybody. I'm going to talk about giving off information. So when you're sending your video, try not to take a deep breath and talk about all your education and professional experience. Remember that the recruiters already have all of that info. So instead, make your video complement these documents. Let me give you an example. I'll tell you a story about this guy that I saw. So it was a very interesting video because the way I remember it is probably not the way that he recorded it. He just appeared in the video and he went like, okay, I'm awesome. And that's how he started his video. And he said like, okay, so this is why I am incredible and this is why you should recruit me. I've been able to ace my university degree, and it was a very hard college degree, and I got it, and I'm very happy because of that, but I also speak many languages. And then he went like, okay, I speak fluent English, as you can see, and then he went like, I also speak Thai, and then he started speaking Thai. But the funny thing about it is that it wasn't like a big production on it. He just like changed clothes. He changed wardrobe really quick and started speaking Thai. And then he went something like, I can also speak Filipino. And then he started speaking Filipino. So I have no idea if it was, but it was very funny just to look at. And then he went like, I can also speak Elvish. And he went on and did like the whole intro from Lord of the Rings. And it was very funny, even if you don't like it. I mean, that's just something that pops out. And then he went, I also speak, I think it was Dothraki. Now, if that word rings a bell, it's because it comes from Game of Thrones. And the dude started speaking in Game of Thrones speech. So he was memorable. And I know that people out there are looking for somebody that can just like remain in your mind after you see just a minute and a half of his personality. And he went like, this is why I'm incredible and why you should talk to me. So give enough information. Don't just repeat what you've already sent. Be original. Be creative. I hope this story helps out in your process, though.
Yeah, that story itself sounds incredible. Can you tell us how you applied all of this to your own video?
Yeah, sure. So when I first did my video, it took me like 5 times. It took me a lot of tries because the first time I recorded it, I didn't like it. But I did try to write down like the main subject I wanted to talk about, and I did it on 3 different levels. So I wanted to show how I was an incredible find as a teammate, somebody that went to college, and that somebody that applied the same thing to his work. So I started talking about how I work with a team, with other people. And I try to make like those 3 stories make sense. So I did something similar to what I'm doing right now. I wanted to stand up. I wanted to use my hands. I wanted to use eye contact, even if I'm just looking at the lens. I wanted to make sure, like Valery said, like the audio, it would be something that you guys could hear. So I would perhaps give that as a tip as well. Make sure your voice is something to be heard. That's what I did to get my video. And I think I did great because it landed me this job.
I'm sure it did. Thank you so much, Joe, for coming on and telling us about all the information that we should put in the video. You are from Mexico. Say hi to all your Mexican friends. And actually everybody out there who's watching.
Hi.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining the live session. I'm going to welcome Valery back. She's going to help me answer a few of your questions. And yeah, I think that is Joe signing off. Welcome back, Val.
Hi. Thanks for having me again.
I've got a couple questions here that some people have asked. The first one says, I tried to apply, but when I want to choose my country, it does not appear in the country options. So can I or can I not apply?
Okay, well, we do have specific countries that we're hiring right now. We're hiring from South Africa, Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, Costa Rica, and Argentina. So if your country's none of those, then I'm sorry, you cannot apply. If, on the other hand, your country is one of those and you cannot find it in the menu or in the web form, you can just send in jobs@jobdoc.com and we'll check you.
Okay. Then we have another question that says, my application was rejected after my intro video and documents. What can I do after reapplying? I'd love to work with you.
Okay, well, since it was before the interview, you can reapply, but with a different email address. If you didn't pass this test or this stage of our process, it could be because you didn't follow instructions thoroughly. We really want our candidates to follow instructions thoroughly. So before sending all of your documents, double check or triple check before you send them out, because you want to make sure they are perfect.
Yes, and if you do want tips on how to work the video, we will actually post this live session on our feed. So if you missed everything, don't worry, you can still catch this. And then we have...
Sorry, adding up to that,
Yeah.
we also have a blog entry regarding the introduction video. So you can check it out on our website and on our blog that's called The Quack. Yeah.
That's clever. We have one more question.
Okay.
Are vacations paid if I work with you?
Yes. Vacation pay is granted, especially after the 90-day trial, because you have to be here for a certain amount of time and you will be getting days off, well, like days of vacation. So after the 90 days trial period, you'll get 5 days. After your 6th anniversary, you'll get another 5 days. And after a year, you'll get 10 days. So you can use those as you want, and of course, we'll pay you.
Okay. We have a question here that says, I'm from Guatemala, but I am living in Argentina. Can I apply?
Yeah, I think you can if you have a bank account in Argentina.
You definitely can. I myself, I live in South Africa, but I'm actually Zimbabwean. So if you are from the countries that we have listed, you definitely can apply. You just need to make sure that you have your bank account sorted so you can process your salary payments. Is there anything else that we need to add there? No. And then our last question. Do you provide a legal document that can be used as proof of income with a bank?
Yes, we can write a letter for you, an official letter, and you can also show on your cell phone or in your bank account, the payments that we're doing for you. So you can check them out there.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I think we do have time for 1 or 2 more questions. There are some that are popping up here in the comments. There is a question here that says, is experience mandatory for all positions?
No, we are actually hiring people that just went out of university without experience, like me, for example. So if you don't have experience, don't worry about it. You just need to have knowledge in the field you're going to apply for. That's crucial.
Yes, and also you need to have a steady command of English as well. Some of our some positions might be English only, some might need you to be bilingual, but English is a must, guys. And yes, I think that is all we have time for today. I'd like to thank my team for joining me on this live and helping me explain everything that you need to know about making a great 90-second video. Again, I will just remind you, everybody, we will post this live session on our feed. You can also find these tips on our blog page on the JobJack website and the Quack as well. And if you do have any more questions, please feel free to comment on the posts under this live feed or to just send us an inbox. We are here to help you out, don't worry. So yes, good night, good evening, whatever time it is in your part of the world. Thanks everybody for joining us. We are signing out.
Bye.
Bye.